Hi, students. Today we'll be learning about UC Transfer Admission Guarantee. My name is Natalie Parra, and I'm a counselor at the Harbor College Transfer Center. And today we're going to be learning a lot about UC Transfer Admission Guarantee and how it can help you get guaranteed admission to one UC campus. And right now it is fall 2022. So students are currently applying September 1st to 30th for UC Transfer Admission Guarantee. So let's see everything we can learn. So today we'll be learning what is UC TAG or UC Transfer Admission Guarantee, which campuses accept TAG, am I eligible for TAG, something a lot of my students ask, TAG success tips, and the TAG matrix. What is UC TAG? That is something a lot of my students want to know. UC TAG is guaranteed admission to one UC. So when you tag a UC campus, as long as you meet the guidelines of the agreement, you are guaranteed admission to the campus and major you input into your TAG application. You must complete 2 applications in order for your TAG to go through. The first one being your UC TAG application and the second being your UC admission application in order for your request to be reviewed and approved. So the TAG campuses include UC Davis, UC Irvine, UC Merced, UC Santa Barbara, UC Santa Cruz, and UC Riverside. The GPA needed depends on your major most of the time for those campuses that have between, for example, Davis, 3.2 to 3.5. Depending on your major, you'll need between a 3.2 to a 3.5 to TAG. For Irvine, you need at least a 3.4 GPA. For Merced, you need a 2.8 to a 3.0, depending on your major. For Santa Barbara, you need a 3.4 GPA by the end of fall 2022. UC Santa Cruz, you need a 3.0 GPA. And for UC Riverside, you need between a 2.7 and a 3.6 GPA. Now, students often ask me, am I eligible for transfer admission guarantee? So if you have 30 UC transferable units between September 1st and 30th, if we can help you calculate that at the transfer center, then you're eligible for TAG, as well as English and math. So depending on the campus that you want to TAG, you need to have English 101, 102 done by a certain semester, and you have to have your transfer math done by a certain semester in order to be eligible for TAG. A counselor like myself can help you determine if you're eligible with that. And then university units. So if you have units from a university, you're definitely going to want to check in with a counselor like myself so we can see if that affects your eligibility to TAG a UC. I have had students with university units in the past be able to participate in TAG, but that was with very careful screening from a counselor. So you want to make sure you get that done with us. And then, of course, the UC TAG matrix is the best tool to help you determine if you're eligible because it shows all of the requirements based on your major, based on your GPA, and that's something we'll go over together. So this is the link for the UC TAG matrix. We'll go over it in a demo. And what you need to do in order to tag a UC is you need to create a transfer admission planner account. So if you were to Google UC transfer admission planner, this website would come up. If you haven't made an account yet, you can create one by clicking on this button here. Or if you already have, you can go ahead and log in. Now, students always ask me, when should I make a transfer admission planner? Honestly, the best time to make one is when you're a brand new student to Harbor College. For my Counseling 22 class students, I have all of them. One of their assignments is to create a transfer admission planner account because it is so beneficial in helping you determine what classes you need for transfer. A counselor can sit down with you, make an ed plan for you. You can load your entire ed plan into the transfer admission planner, and it's just so helpful. Now, when you go into your TAP account, you need to do your personal information, demographics, support program involvement, schools attended, you need to add your high school or high schools if you attended more than one. College coursework also goes here. You need to include all the colleges you attended, but we'll have a whole entire tutorial on how to create a TAP account as well in another video. And then, of course, you have to put in all of your classes from every college you've attended. Not high school classes, but college classes. If you have any AP scores, you will put them in the exam section. And then when it's time to apply for a transfer admission guarantee, for example, this September 1st through 30th, if you're in your final year at Harbor, then you can click apply for a transfer admission guarantee, and that is where you do the tag application. And within the transfer admission planner, you click on this apply for a transfer admission guarantee button. And then from there, it'll let you start your submission. So the other benefit about completing a transfer admission planner and then completing your transfer admission guarantee is that once you do so and you start working on your UC application, you can load all of the information from your TAP account into your UC application. So that means all of your classes you already put in your transfer admission planner will load into your application, and it will save you hours of time, which is wonderful. You can just click on apply for transfer admission, and that's where it'll take you is the UC application. So the next thing we're going to do is test out the UC tag matrix, which I'll do now. So with the UC transfer admission guarantee matrix or the tag matrix, it tells you pretty much anything you would want to know about tag. So only students transferring from a community college to a UC are considered for tag. So if you are a student who is at, let's say, Cal State Long Beach and you want to tag, you cannot. You have to go to Harbor. Sometimes my students will say, what if I transfer to Cal State Long Beach and then I want to tag UC Irvine for fall the following year? No, that is not possible. You can only tag if you are a student at Harbor College at the time that you tag. And then a California Community College transfer student is one who has completed at least 30 UC transferable units at one or more California Community College. The last college student attended in a regular session before admission to a UC campus must be a California Community College. So you cannot say, oh, I'll just go to ASU online for one semester and then I'll transfer to UCLA after leaving Harbor. No, you cannot do that. You have to be at Harbor College until you're done and ready to go to the UC. And then students who are not eligible for tag include students who already have a bachelor's degree or a graduate or professional degree. Also, students previously enrolled at a UC campus during a regular term who plan to return to that same campus cannot tag. So I had a student before that went to a UC and they wanted to go back to that same campus. You don't need to do a tag. You just need to submit an application as a returning student. So you don't need to tag. And then students concurrently enrolled in high school at the time of tag application submission. So if you're a high school dual enrollment student and you want to tag a UC, you can't do so. You have to be full-time in community college and not enrolled in high school and tag it and try to tag at the same time. To pursue a tag, students must have the following: apply September 1st through 30th, 2022 for fall 2023, or May 1st through 31st, 2023 for winter/spring 2024. Once a tag is submitted, you do have to fill all the remaining coursework and GPA requirements designated on the tag agreement. You want to apply for UC admission between October 1st and November 30th, 2022 for fall 2023. And then that's the website there. And tag students must submit a UC application. Submitting the tag application alone is not enough. The tag major and the major on the admission application do have to match. And then, of course, it says tag admission decisions will be based on all academic information available at the time of the review. Dropping required courses and or earning non-passing grades in coursework may result in a change in your tag admission eligibility. Grade changes or adding courses to meet tag criteria after the decision is made will not be considered. So if you do a tag and they said you need English, or they say you need a business calculus by the end of fall, if you want to tag Riverside for the business major, and you add business calculus after you already submitted your tag, but you didn't put on there that you were doing business calculus, your tag isn't going to go through. So that is why you want to make sure that you meet with the counselor so we can plan everything with you very carefully. And that's why it says right here, meet with a community college counselor prior to submitting and completing your tag application. And they don't do tag appeal decisions either. And then California, so Davis and Irvine does allow us counselors to go into the tag application and review it. So I like to do that. I like to go in there, review the tag applications, and if a student made a mistake or anything like that, I can unlock it for the student and they can edit so that way they can resubmit it. But that's only for Davis and Irvine. So if you're trying to tag Santa Cruz, Santa Barbara, or Riverside, Merced, they don't allow us to go in and unlock it for students. And then students do not have to participate in tag to be considered for admission. 2/3 of transfer students admitted to UCs do not have a tag, but it's just nice to complete tag anyway, because that is how you get the guaranteed admission, and that's what we want for our students. So let's say, for example, a student is a computer science major. Computer science is very common, and they want to tag a UC. That is wonderful, but we need to check the tag matrix to see if any campuses exclude computer science. So if you like Davis, you cannot tag Davis for tag. Irvine, no, computer science is not allowed. Merced, yes, they don't have direct computer science. It's computer science and engineering or math with emphasis, I think, in computer science. So that's one that we would have to look at together with the student and determine if this is a good fit for them. Riverside does not exclude computer science, so that might be a great option for the student. Santa Barbara, we would have to check if computer science falls under the College of Engineering or the College of Letters and Science. Actually, no, just College of Engineering, because if it does, then they can't tag computer science for Santa Barbara. And for Santa Cruz, they cannot tag for computer science at all. So that's why we want to check carefully for you based on your major. If your major is not included for tag, we can try to find you an alternate major if you still want to participate in tag. I really do recommend it because it is like admission insurance to help guarantee a spot at a university. Cal States don't have guaranteed admission necessarily in this way where you get to pick the campus. So that's why we really do like for our students to tag. It's just really beneficial. Now it does tell us the major minimum requirement. So for example, for Riverside, computer science was not excluded, but you do have a minimum GPA of 3.6 that you need to obtain in order to tag. So we use the tag matrix to pretty much help us make sure the student has everything they need to be eligible. Let's say, for example, the English and the math. I know we talked about that already. So let's say the student wants to tag Riverside for business. The student would need, by the end of fall 2022, English 101 to be done. So if you want to tag Riverside for business or any other major, you do have to have English 101 done by the end of this fall. And then English 102 done by spring 2023. And then it says here that if you want to major in business, for example, you have to have the required math for your major. Now, business at Riverside requires stats and business calculus. So you need to have grades for stats and business calculus done by the end of fall 2023. And you need to make sure in your tag application, your transfer admission planner, that you have business calculus and math 227 in the very least enrolled for fall, okay? And these are the requirements. They're really something that we browse together. I would never expect a student to try to figure this out on their own, but I definitely encourage you to explore this on your own. The links for the tag matrix and the transfer admission planner will be linked so that way you can access them, take a look at them, and get started on your transfer admission planner and your tag. But do not submit it without the help of a counselor. Counselors like myself are here for you to help you with that. And we're glad to support you with all things related to transfer. So things to remember about UC transfer admission guarantee. You can only tag one campus. So you have to pick one. You cannot tag more than one. And if you can't tag your first choice, you should still apply for tag with the campus and major that you are eligible to tag. So if, for example, you're a computer science major and your first choice was to tag UC Santa Cruz, still tag a different campus. You can still apply to Santa Cruz for regular admission, but definitely turn in that tag too if you have the GPA that you need for Riverside, for example, right? And then also, Let the transfer center review your tag before you submit. Please let us review that for you. We're here to help you with that. The last day to tag a UC is September 30th, which is coming soon. So make sure you get that done. And then October 1st through November 30th, you do have to apply to the UC for the same major and same campus that you selected for tag so that you can complete your admission. So I'll give you an example really quickly. So UC Irvine has 3 different psychology majors: psychological sciences, psychology BA, and psychology BS. So you do want to make sure that the campus that you tagged and the psychology major that you tag matches what's on your application. The good thing is if you need to go back because you can't remember which major you tag, what campus you tag, you can log back into your transfer admission planner and it'll tell you on there. And at the end of the day, just know we're here for you. We want you to get into these UC campuses, the Cal States too, the private schools, and that's what we're here to help you with. And of course, stay connected with us. Download the Grad Guru app and choose LA Harbor College as your campus for transfer news and updates and campus news. Follow us on Instagram as well. Our name on Instagram is LAHC Transfer Center. And you can always call our office 310-233-4282. And of course, our office is located in SSA 105. That's the Student Services Administration Building, room 105, first floor. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation on Transfer Admission Guarantee, and we look forward to supporting you on your transfer journey. Bye.